everybody, I'm your host Pump Shaft, and welcome to my May 2024 tool haul video, where I'll show you where I've dumped all my hard-earned money and my dreams down the toilet to buy more tools to do my trade. Got quite a few to go through here, so let's get on into it. For our first tool and or tools of the video, we have the Mac Tools OFH 245C right here, and then its bigger brother, the Mac Tools OFH 287 Alpha. I got these suckers on a heck of a deal. My Mac Tools dealer turned around and sold me both of these for $90 flat. I can't remember the exact price off the top of my head. I want to say this one was $68 and this one was, I think, $98. I will put up on the screen the prices of each tool exactly from Mac Tools themselves. That way there's no confusion in there on that of the pricing. But yeah, me being a heavy duty diesel mechanic, I deal with some huge filters that are bigger than my head, like, you know, this big around, just absolutely huge. This little guy, you know, this would be for my basic automotive, but if I need to really get a good grab, I'm grabbing this sucker right here. I do have an assortment of claws, and I do have an assortment of band wrenches, but I didn't have any oil filter pliers. And I figured, you know, when times get tough and I'm in a tight position and I can't really get a band wrench onto a filter, or I can't really get a claw up into the situation, but somehow I can get the filter in and out. You know, you ask me how that works, but you know, in those situations, looks like I'm going to go ahead and reach for these puppies now, because I've never really, you know, bought into these, but they were for a good price, and honestly, I said screw it and decided to get these suckers. So yeah, we'll see how these ones hold up and how they do. Next up in our lineup is the Lisle Tools 37450. This is a DEF line disconnect kit. Anybody who's familiar with working with diesel exhaust systems, DEF line connections suck. They really, really suck to work with. I just picked up these bad boys this week, actually, and I haven't had the chance to put them to the test, but I can tell you one thing. When I have finagled push pin pliers into positions to disconnect DEF lines and fought it every step of the way, looking at these bad boys, it looks like I can just slip it in right there, get a good bite, and then rip the line right out and pour DEF everywhere and get myself smelling like pee. So that's always great. But regardless, I think these things will be an absolute game changer for me. Haven't tried them out yet, so hard to say, but definitely excited to see what they can do. It's kind of interesting seeing patent pending on there, but I trust Lisle. Lisle's a great company. Absolutely love their tools. So I think these things are going to do absolutely great, but only time will tell. Next up to the plate is one of my favorite things in the world, a used tool. Not brand new, definitely used. This is the Snap-on Tools FK831. I picked this bad boy up for, I kid you not, 40 bucks. Saw it in my Snap-on dealer's little bin of trade-in tools and said, hey, how much you want for this? He's like, oh, I don't know, 40 bucks. I'm like, sold, absolutely. I'll take it. I've tried this baby out a couple times. Nothing too crazy, honestly, for its intended purpose. But it's been great. I absolutely love it. Head sounds great. Flex head is nice and taut, so I'm very happy about that. Little selector switch, absolutely great. You know, for used, 40 bucks, I definitely think this thing's going to pay for itself, especially when I have to do underdash work on Peterbilts. Got a lot of horror stories of that, and I think this little bad boy is going to be a game changer for me on that. Unfortunately, and I could be 100% wrong with these things, I can't seem to find a new price from Snap-on for this bad boy, from what I understand. And again, I could be 100% wrong here, boys. I think this one is unfortunately discontinued. As you can tell, it does have the old style Snap-on logo. I know they're bringing that back with some of their ratchets, so I can be 100% wrong, but I just can't find this ratchet myself. I mean, granted, reading was never my strong suit, and I'm sure it's probably right in front of me on Snap-on's website, but I can't find this bad boy to give you guys a brand new price on it. So I'm not sure. I know that they have more modernized versions of this ratchet. Well, modernized, so to speak. I mean, again, I could be 100% wrong. This isn't discontinued, and or it's been superseded by a different style. I know that they have the ones that have like kind of like the rounded out shape at the bottom of their ratchet, bottom of the handle of the ratchet. So that could be what this model became now. But again, I could be 100% wrong. So unfortunately, I can't give you guys a new price. But for me, 40 bucks, I'll take it. Absolutely sweet. Look at that, no slop in that flex head. I am so stoked about getting this thing for the cheap price that I did. Especially because and I'll say this time and time again, I love Snap-on tools. I hate their prices, and I think we can all agree there. But yeah, bad boy little ratchet. But moving on. Next up, we got some Pittsburgh Pro, some cheapo 3/4 drive sockets. If you guys saw my previous tool haul video from last month, I had picked up some long 3/4 drive sockets to complement the 3/4 gun I just got. That one was an open box sale, and same with this one. $31.98 versus $49.99. I thought that was a heck of a deal. When I was in the store, I went ahead and pulled off the sheath to get into there, and I saw that this crappy blow mold case had the handles broken off, but all the sockets are there. We got 26, 27, 29, 30, 32, 35, 36, and a 38 millimeter. I mostly live in a metric world nowadays, so these ones will be great for me. I'm sure I'm not going to expect anything spectacular out of these things, but you know what? I've been shocked by Pittsburgh sockets in the past. But yeah, for the price point, I think these things are going to do absolutely great, but only time will tell. One thing's for sure, this case, junk. Getting rid of that thing as soon as I possibly can. Next up on the plate, we got this Lisle Tool 41500 pickle fork kit. I got this one, and I still haven't opened it just yet. But I'll tell you one thing, these are precision tools, so you can precisely know what you're about ready to screw up. I definitely wanted to get it because I didn't have a pickle fork attachment for my air hammer, but as well as, you know, you could see there, because we don't like to read around here, we just like to have pictures. You could sit there and just beat on it with a normal hammer. But no, in all seriousness, I did need to get a pickle fork kit. I just had a basic, I think like an OEM Tools pickle fork, and it worked. But you know what? I wanted something a little more beefy, especially something that I could hook up to my air hammer and just let her eat. So yeah, I'm absolutely excited to use these bad boys. As you can tell, haven't opened them yet because, you know, I just haven't had to use them. And price point, in case you guys are curious, and this is one reason why I like Cornwall tool trucks, they put the prices on the tools, so you don't have to be so embarrassed when you're like, oh, hey, so-and-so, how much do you want for this? And you can't afford it, and you're like, yeah, I'll pass. Sorry about that. But no, $76 or $77, depending on who you ask there, you know, plus or minus $5. But yeah, not a bad price point, but we'll definitely see if they're worth their dollar. But being another Lisle tool and not to fanboy on them, I've always been very impressed and very happy with their tools, so we'll definitely see what happens there. But yeah, super excited to use these bad boys. Time for the power tool section of this video, and there's only one power tool. It is this Hercules 1/2" Ultra Torque. I have the 3/4 Ultra Torque. That was the first one I bought. It wasn't my first Hercules. My first Hercules was a grease gun, but I picked up the 3/4 one, and I had one stipulation. If that sucker couldn't pull off a semi lug nut, I was taking it back, and I wanted no part of it. And you know what? Kid you not, boys, and I should do a video on it just to show you guys and prove everybody wrong. It'll do it. Your hand will hurt like a mother afterwards, but it will do it, and I was thoroughly impressed. So, with a little bit of chunk of change rolling around in my back pocket, I decided to go in and pick up the 1/2" little brother of it. Apparently, it's supposed to be just as powerful, just a little less, from what I understand. I don't have the specs sitting in front of me right now. Sorry, I'm not Torque Test Channel. Love those guys, by the way. But you know what? From what I've seen from my 3/4 one, I want to see what this bad boy can do. Not necessarily the same stipulations. I don't plan on taking it back if it isn't as good. But, you know, I bought into the Bauer line. Bauer line's been all right. I've bought into Milwaukee. Milwaukee's been great, but the price point's a little, but I bought into the Hercules line, and for price point and performance, I have been so freaking impressed that I think this purchase was worth it for me. Plus, she comes with a 5-year warranty, so I'm pretty happy with that personally. But again, only time will tell, and I'll definitely do a review video on this thing in the future after a few months of her being in a heavy-duty shop and let you guys know how she held up. But yeah, pretty excited to see what this thing could do and how much crap I can screw up with it. Now, for the second to last tool on this list, we have a Snap-on 4-piece combination mini screwdriver set. I just got these suckers just a few days ago, so I haven't had the chance to try them out. I'm very excited for the fact that they're comfort grips. That is my personal preference. I know it's a very hot topic. A lot of people are very much with their Snap-on tools. The hard handles are die, and you know, me liking the comfort grips. Well, you have soft hands. You've never worked 28 hours in a day. Well, you know what? Toot your horn somewhere else there, bud. I personally prefer soft grips. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to use these. I don't really have a whole lot of mini screwdriver sets. I just got like I think it's like a Walmart Hyper Tough. I think they call it a precision screwdriver set, which is just like a bit with, or like a little interchangeable screwdriver handle with like 40 bits or whatever, which is actually held up pretty great. I should do a review video on that one, by the way. Set a reminder on my phone after this. Anyways, that's been absolutely great, but I'm excited to actually have like a nice, good set of these. And price point wise, what I paid for these, I did some horse trading for these suckers, and we'll get to that in a sec with our very last thing. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with these, and I'm excited to try them out and see how they do in the field, and I'll let you guys know in the future. But we'll move on to our very last thing. Last but certainly not least, ladies and gentlemen, I got a new toolbox. This is the Snap-on KRL 7023 72-inch triple bank master series. I got this sucker and the screwdrivers previously mentioned on a horse trade. I traded my 1991 Toyota MR2 SW20 for this toolbox. Granted, yes, I do miss that car. I really wanted to finish that project, but time and money wise, I wasn't going to be getting it done anytime soon, and I needed a new toolbox, and this sucker was calling my name. Honestly, I am so stoked on this thing. This thing is absolutely massive. 19 drawers, American made, if that matters to you. Just absolutely huge. I haven't decked this sucker out yet with tools. I need to transfer all mine from my normal box into this, and currently I'm running a Snap-on Classic 78 51-inch or 52-inch. Don't quote me on that currently at the moment. And I'm outgrowing that box completely. So everything from that's going to transfer into this. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm still going to have room for absolute days. Price point on this box? Yes. It's not a cheap box, but you know what? I got it on a heck of a deal. Trading out a project that I honestly could not afford or could not find time to finish, and I am super stoked. This thing is a killer toolbox, massive, way too heavy, way too big, but you know what, I am so stoked because I need a box this size with all the tools I have. Well, that concludes my May 2024 tool haul video for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope it was entertaining seeing all the stuff that I poured my hard-earned money down the drain for my trade. Please like the video if you liked it. Dislike if you didn't like it. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. If you have some of these tools, give me your honest opinion. Tell me if you think I wasted my money, or if you think I'm definitely going to get my money's worth out of it. I'm going to be doing tool review videos on all of these tools in the future after they get a few months of use, at least in a heavy-duty environment, and I'll let you guys know how they do and what broke them, or if they didn't break, and you know, their strengths and weaknesses and what I think about them. Please consider subscribing. It really helps me out. I'm going to be continuing to do tool haul videos every month if I buy tools that month. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I am a tool junkie, so I'm sure I'm always going to have content for that every single month. As well as I previously mentioned, I do tool review videos as well. And also I've got a build series on my Drift Mazda Miata. And anytime I could be turning a wrench and having a camera recording to give you guys some information or some interesting content, I try to do that as well. So if you guys are interested in any of that, please subscribe. Really does help me out. But I've been your host, Pump Shaft. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Y'all have a good one.